Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. This is the January 20th, 2022 meeting of the Sacramento Area Flood Control Agency. Lindy, would you please call the roll and establish a quorum?
Next slide, please. Yes, thank you. Director Conant. Director Avdis. Director Reeder.
Here, Abdus is here.
Thank you.
Present.
Thank you. Director Holloway.
Present.
Director Shaw.
Here.
Thank you. Director Ashby. Chairman Harris.
Here.
Director Jennings.
Here.
Director Desmond.
Here.
Director Frost.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Vice Chairman Kennedy.
Here.
Director Natoli. Director Cerna.
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum.
Thank you, Lindy. Director Reeder, would you be so kind as to lead us in the pledge?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and welcome, Director Reeder, coming to us from RD 1000. We appreciate your presence here, probably more than you know. Directors, I'd like to point out to you at this time, we're going to rearrange the order of the agenda. There's a reason for that. So we're going to have Lindy read the announcements. We'll do public comments. Then we're going to take the consent calendar, followed by the election of officers, and then move into closed session. I just wanted to make you aware that we had to rearrange the agenda a little bit. And so, Lindy, if you have any announcements to read.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting of SAFCA is being recorded and will be re-aired on Friday, January 21st at 4 p.m. and will be available on SAFCA's website 48 hours after the meeting. Would members of the audience please remember to mute your microphones when you're not speaking to help eliminate excess noise. Thank you. Next slide, please.
So thank you for that, Lindy. Do we have any public comments not on the agenda?
I have not received any, Chairman Harris.
Nobody is on the call who wishes to speak, I take it. So we can move right into, I'm sorry, does somebody have a comment?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, Jeff, this is Don Natoli. I'm in attendance. I just called in. Just want to let you know. Thanks.
Glad you're here, Don.
So noted. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Lindy.
Okay, members, we have the consent before us, items 3 through 10. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, or wish to discuss any of the items on the consent calendar?
Move consent.
Second.
Moved by Holloway, second by Conant, I believe.
Shaw.
Oh, Shaw, got it. Thank you, Cyril. Any other comments, questions? If not, Lindy, you can go ahead and read the roll call.
Thank you, Director Conant. Director Abdis.
Aye.
Director Reeder.
Aye.
Director Holloway.
Aye.
Director Shaw.
Aye.
Director Ashby. Chairman Harris.
Aye.
Director Jennings.
Yes.
Director Desmond.
Aye.
Director Frost.
Aye.
Vice Chairman Kennedy.
Aye.
Chairman Natoli. Excuse me, Director Natoli.
Aye.
I promoted you. Director Cerna.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes with 11 member approval.
Thank you, Lindy. So next will be the election of officers, followed by
Next
the
slide,
executive
please.
director's report. Lindy, do you have instructions for how we're going to move through this?
Chairman Harris, I do not.
Well, then I'll take it from here. So we need to elect a chair and a vice chair. So what I'd like to do then is open it up for nominations for chair for the year 2022. And I would actually use my prerogative to nominate Patrick Kennedy for our next chairman.
I'll second. Desmond?
Are there any other nominations for chair?
Move to close nominations.
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, so we can close the nomination period, and Lindy, go ahead and call the roll to hopefully make Patrick Kennedy our chairperson.
Thank you. Director Conant?
Present. Yeah, and I.
Thank you. Director Abdus?
Aye.
Director Reader?
Aye.
Director Holloway?
Aye.
Director Shaw?
Aye.
Director Ashby? Director Harris?
Aye?
Director Jennings?
Yes.
Director Desmond?
Aye.
Director Frost?
Aye.
Director Kennedy?
Aye.
Director Natoli?
Aye.
Director Cerna?
Aye.
Motion passes with 12-member approval, nominating Director Kennedy to chair.
Very good. Thank you, Lindy. So next is nominations for vice chair.
Mr. Chair, I'll nominate Jeff Harris to be vice chair. This is Desmond.
Well, thank you, Rich. I appreciate that.
Aptis
I'm sorry, say again?
seconds that.
Second. Very good. Are there any other nominations for vice chair?
Move to close nominations.
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for the second. Lindy, call roll for this one.
Thank you. Director Conant?
Aye.
Director Abdus?
Aye.
Director Reader?
Aye.
Director Holloway?
Aye.
Director Shaw?
Aye.
Director Ashby? Director Harris?
Aye?
Director Jennings?
Yes.
Director Desmond?
Aye.
Director Frost?
Aye.
Director Kennedy?
Aye.
Director Natoli?
Aye.
Director Cerna?
Aye.
Motion passes with 12-member approval, nominating Director Harris to vice chair position.
Well, thank you all. That went very smoothly and great. Patrick, I am handing the gavel to you. Of course, the next thing is the executive director's report, and then you can lead us into closed session, if you will.
Next slide, please.
Thank you. But before we do that, Lindy, I want to pick up where Director Jennings left off last month, and that's to really give kudos to Vice Chair Harris. I've had the privilege of working with Vice Chair Harris for the last 7 years on this board. As chair, vice chair often, and we've been a good team. I don't know anybody who's more dedicated, and that includes Rick Johnson, to SAFCA, and his knowledge far exceeds what I think is expected of most elected officials that sit on these boards. I've seen him in Washington, D.C., with leaders of flood where he could stand toe to toe with any one of them. And, the work that he's done here in Sacramento has made Sacramento a safer place. This is a job that doesn't get a lot of public accolades, and people don't know what we're doing until it fails. And, the work that Mr. Harris has done, I think, keeps all of our neighborhoods safer. And it's been done in a way that was in a gentlemanly manner. And I appreciate all your work, Jeff.
Wow, Patrick, thanks so much. That means a lot. You're right. I love flood control work. I love SAFCA. I love the staff and working with them. And, frankly, it's been a tremendous experience to work with you and to go to Washington to get authorizations and appropriations and keep moving forward with these amazing projects that we're building at this time. It's been very gratifying. Still love the work and happy to finish out my tenure as elected, serving in this role on SAFCA. So I'm very, very happy about that. All right, sir, the floor is yours.
Okay, Lindy, how we go into closed session?
Next slide, please. Chairman Kennedy, we have the executive director's
you're
report
right.
prior to closed session.
Sorry, I'm a little rusty.
That's okay.
We'll work with you, Patrick.
Appreciate that.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Appreciate you being here today, and thank you, Jeff, for all the work last year, and Patrick also as the vice chair, and look forward to another interesting year as we try to still navigate the new norms back in DC. So appreciate it. We're still trying to get it right. This is our 23rd virtual meeting of the board of directors, and so we're still trying to fix things that keep going wrong. But appreciate all your patience, and thanks for being willing to move consent up. So Lindy or Allie, if you go to the next slide, please. So do have a little bit of a disappointing news. As you remember, in November, the president signed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The core was to release a spending plan in 60 days, which they did. We were hoping to get some funding in there to start the comprehensive study on the Yolo bypass, but it was not included. So we've got some more work to do this year to get that funding started. We'll be coming back at the February board meeting with a plan as to how we're going to continue to pursue that. But I did want to make you aware of that. So Allie, if you go to the next slide, please. So last board meeting and also during the exec committee, we talked about all the construction contracts that are going to be awarded in 22 and 23. There's a total of 30 of them. And if you go to the next slide, Alia, our main thing that we have to do is provide the real estate ahead of the core to be able to award those. And in some cases, they haven't finished the design far enough yet to even tell us what they need, but that will be a challenge. In comparison, in 2021, we did 58 right-of-way transactions worth just under $9 million. We've got 97 in 22 and 23, plus some that are unknown. And then there's 12 residential relocations potentially that those are always the hardest ones, worth between 30 and 35 million. Now, 43 of these are in 2023, but we have to certify the real estate by March of 23. So really, we pretty much have to do everything in 22. So just kind of laying the groundwork on that. Allie, if you go to the next slide. So the other thing that's happened is I cited several sources in my written report, and the Bee had an article on it just a couple of days ago. But on the average, home prices appreciated about 25% last year, or about 2% per month. So this is making it hard as we're in three areas. One, in our appraisals, since we're right on the river, sometimes it's hard to find comps that are relevant. And so sometimes they may be a few months old. And so at 2% a month, that puts them a little bit behind before the appraisals are even done. And then once we get the appraisals and make the offer and negotiate, sometimes there's several months. Like if it's 5 months before we're getting a counteroffer from the landowner, we're already 10% in arrears in what their value is based on the current market. So that's made it difficult. And then the other thing is last year, the board gave us, in order to try to expedite so we didn't have to bring so many and wait for board meetings to be able to finish and close out deals, limit on the delegation authority to $1 million. But now with the 25% up, then we just, in valuation, that pushes a bunch back over that limit that we didn't have to a year ago. So, Allie, if you go to the next slide. So there were two proposed changes, and they were on consent, and we had to change the calendar, so we've already voted on. But basically, one was to delegate authority to make the revisions as we're making the offers and doing the negotiations to the latest market-based value adjustment, and then also raise the ceiling from $1 million to $1.25 million to help expedite this year, so we can try to stay ahead of this massive amount of work. And Ali, go to the next slide. And then next at February board meeting, we are going to bring back some process modifications we're planning, and then if we have any additional actions that we might need the board to take. So changing gears, Ali, if you could jump to another slide. We talked about this at a little bit at exec committee. I wanted to further expound on it. In June of 2019, we finally executed the new water control manual at Folsom. That's the manual that dictates how we operate, and it was a forecast-based operation for the first time ever. This is our first year since the new manual went into being that we've actually reached flood operations. So, Ali, if you go to the next slide. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So atmospheric rivers are our big problem here. They provide about half the precipitation on the West Coast and basically often have broken up our droughts historically. But from a flood standpoint, they generate most of our extreme precipitation events. And annually, they've been responsible for about $1 billion in damage a year along the West Coast. Just, Ali, if you go to the next slide, just to kind of give you an idea how large some of these are. Think of the Mississippi River. The average atmospheric river carries about 25 times the amount of water equivalent in the form of vapors than the Mississippi River carries. You know, swath 500 miles wide and thousands of miles in length, and winds up to hurricane force. So it really, this is our storm that we're really concerned about here in Sacramento. If you go to the next slide, Lindy. So this is a satellite view of the one that hit us in October that brought in the event that we had and set the record rain back then. Luckily, it was before we had the snowpack, and so there wasn't a lot of threat from system-wide flooding, but there was a significant amount of localized flooding there. So if you go to the next slide, Alia. So I wanted to make you aware that starting the first week in January, the Hurricane Hunter aircraft mobilized for a 3-month period. Now they're critical for collecting the data to help understand what, as these atmospheric rivers form, what is heading our way. And this is part of a program that is centered down in UC San Diego from their Western Weather and Water Extremes Center. Scripps Institute, the Corps of Engineers, Department of Water Resources, National Weather Service, and the Air Force Reserve all participate in this. So dig in a little more detail, Ali, if you go to the next slide. So in order to support our forecasts here at Folsom, this winter there's 2 Air Force Reserve Super Hercules aircraft that are these they'll wait and they'll fly out of Mather as these atmospheric rivers approach the West Coast. And then go to the next slide, Ali. And then the Weather Service has their jet stationed in Hawaii. And so as these atmospheric rivers approach, these 3 aircraft will go out and collect the data that will be used. Ali, if you go to the next slide. So we have our new forecast-based operation. They'll collect the data that feeds the decisions in that real-time operation there. So just a reminder, our old operation with upstream storage reservoirs full, we would have had to draw Folsom down about 67% empty. With the new operation, we're holding the flood space at 40% empty all during the winter, and then 5 days ahead, based on the information that these planes and our other tools provide. If it looks like we need additional space to handle the storm, then we'll create that space ahead of that storm. So I just wanted to make you aware that the the operation at Folsom is more than just a piece of paper. That it takes a lot of logistics behind the scene to protect us here. So I hadn't really explained that before, and wanted to make you aware of that. And then finally, Allie, if you go to the final slide here, we have moved, and our new address is at 1325 J Street, 15th floor. I wanted to thank Alia, Scott, Nadine, Jason, and others who have had the challenge of trying to move us with an elevator that was down most of the time. So, and we still have stuff to get over there, but we're getting up and functional now. We're still, for the most part, working remote because of the safety issues, but we do have a new address there, and I want to make you aware. That's all I had, and I'll take any questions.
Are there any questions? Seeing no hands raised, and remind everybody that in this format, the hand raise function is in the reactions button. Okay, thank you, Rick. Now, Lindy, how are we going to close session? Lindy? Lindy, you're on mute.
Excuse me.
There you go.
I want to let everybody know that we will be going to closed session now, and the directors will return following conclusion of that to continue items that are listed on the agenda. Please remember that the meeting will continue to be recorded, and leave your microphones on mute. A note to directors and designated staff to be on the lookout to accept a dialog box that will pop up on your screen. In order to join closed session, you'll just click yes. And we will adjourn now to closed session. I'm sorry, we need to do a roll call to make sure that we have everybody back from closed session, and I'll do that now. Director Conan?
Here.
Director Abdis? Director Abdis? Director Reader?
Present.
Director Holloway?
Here.
Director Shaw?
Here.
Director Ashby? Vice Chairman Harris?
Here.
Director Jennings?
Here.
Director Desmond?
Here.
Director Frost? Chair Kennedy?
Here.
Director Natoli? Director Natoli? And Director Cerna?
Here.
Thank you. We'll have a report out on closed session, Government Code Section 54956.8, Conference with Real Property Negotiators, Sutter County APN 350800032, Negotiating Party, J. Rise Richter, John Norman on behalf of Brookfield Properties, under negotiation, price and terms of payment.
Thank you.
No, nothing to report at this time. Agency Counsel Jeremy Goldberg, nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. Government Code Section 54956.8, Conference with Real Property Negotiators, Sutter County APN 350800022, Negotiating Party, Leland C. Lynn, under negotiation, price and terms of payment.
This is Jeremy Goldberg, Agency Counsel, nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Government Code Section 54956.8, Conference with Real Property Negotiators, Sutter County APN 351200003, 35120-007, Negotiating Party, Robert Leal on behalf of Odysseus Farms, under negotiation, price and terms of payment.
This is Agency Counsel Jeremy Goldberg, nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. And finally, Government Code Section 54956.8, Conference with Real Property Negotiators regarding Sacramento County APN 274-0270-07007, 274-0560-048, and 274-0560-054, negotiating party Mark Wellendorf, Brian Manning Esquire, on behalf of Swallow's Nest, under negotiation, price and terms of payment.
Agency Counsel Jeremy Goldberg, nothing to report at this time.
Thank you very much. Next slide, please, Alia. Next, we have separate matters. Item 11, resolution number 2022008, fixing the employer contribution under the Public Employees Medical and Hospital Care Act at an equal amount for employees and annuitants.
Thank you, Lindy. This is Jason Campbell, Deputy Executive Director. Allie, can you go ahead and go to the next slide, please? So last month, we brought to your board the informational item to discuss this action to go ahead and modify our existing agreement for the Public Employees Medical and Hospital Care Act contract we have with CalPERS. The amendment will eliminate some conflicts between the agreement and our current valuation efforts to pay for retired annuitants' medical benefits and the employee handbook. So basically what we're trying to do is make a correction. The requirement by government code is that we bring it to your board at minimum of 2 weeks before today's action. So that's why we brought it last month, to make you aware of that informational request and to come forward with this action today. So currently our actuarial valuation for this modification will cost Safeco about $600 a year. So with that, we'd like to make the recommendation that you move the item so that we can amend the agreement with CalPERS.
Any questions?
Mr. Chair, this is Director Cern. I'll move the item.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Lindy, will you please call the roll call?
Thank you. Director Conan,
Aye.
Director Abdus, Director Reeder,
Aye.
Director Holloway,
Aye.
Director Shaw,
Aye.
Director Ashby, Vice Chairman Harris,
Aye.
Director Jennings,
Yes.
Director Desmond,
Aye.
Director Frost.
Aye.
Thank you. Chairman Kennedy,
Aye.
Director Natoli, Director Cerna.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes with 10-member approval. Thank you. Next slide, please. Our next items are receive and file quarterly reports. And the next slide, please.
Okay, with that, there's no other questions or comments of the board. Are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Be safe out there.